Hello, Vale again. It's me, Joe. Now, ironically, I wasn't actually planning on immediately making another video. Because, in fact, earlier I was actually planning on specifically visiting a familiar family members I haven't met in years. But, as you remember with the quote-unquote hybrid war with my last creation I made, I was originally just was gonna mention like a few extra things and also went other challenges. If you know, you know. So I will be covering them. This includes the two from the following channels: Mad Mazurk and Goji Sentinel. Again, yes, I know, I'm going to be talking about Goji Sentinel. But no, it's not about Indomt. We mentioned him during my first hybrid video. But that's actually not the reason why I'm going to be 100% heal. You see, Dangerville decided to introduce his creation, and let's just say I have some tricks up. Not like the absolute trickiest part to be fail. But at least you will hear me better. And if Dangerville is watching, I feel like you might be a little surprised what I am throwing up my sleeve. But let's actually get to my first hybrid, the Erect Localus Rex, first, before I do my new creation. So, let's get the elephant in the room first. Yes. Samson, or the Dictyrotherium as its specimen name. Boy. I know, it's supposed to counter Indom 2.0, not my hybrid. Why are you making them fight? Well, it's more about the creature-to-creature interaction that's actually more important in this situation. Because, realistically, if this is considered a hybrid war, guys, it's a literal war. Like, you know, like this. So, let me at least explain a couple of reasons why this needs to be mentioned. Because what would actually be the case if my hybrid actually had to end up encountering another creature's hybrid as an example? And this is before we throw in the realism edge in front of everything, just saying realistically none of these creatures exist. They don't exist at all in the first place. We're not going to go into Sheep Ray out because that wouldn't be fail for anyone's game. And let's just go with the fail play and just say that, as I mentioned, what happened with the fly, but let's just say, in this scenario, it's not flying. Let's just say it's too young, or maybe I made a mistake on the hybrid and it's just a little too heavy with, like, or it didn't feel like you want to fly with electric. So, by encounter Samson in a 1v1 encounter. Now you think, is this gonna be a fight? Actually, no. It would not be a fight. In fact, yeah, remember the Mockingbird DNA I mentioned earlier? Oh, and also I guess the elephant DNA too. I guess that would also as well. Yeah, this was exactly the reason why this was going to come into play. Survival, my hybrid's purpose of existence is not to be the instant kill weapon. No. Using that idea, unlike what you guys are doing, you are doing a losing battle. Because you're gonna make your creature too unrealistic, and it's gonna collapse. Because Goji Sentinel is gonna throw in the realism engine. Like, listen, did you saw what happened to Hank from Goji Guide? I'm not making the same mistake. So, with the elephant in Mockingbird, it actually could be likely that the Iraqlocalis Rex could actually get along with Samson. In fact, destroying the vegetation was actually my hybrid's idea too. So, I can safely say the hybrid can actually at least perform a symbiotic relationship of sorts, as both creatures are planned on destroying as much vegetation, if not all of it, as possible. So, my hybrid actually will at least have a fortunate advantage. And besides, most of its genetic code is mostly herbivorous. And while there is a bit of carnivority, it's not going to be enough to completely make it go for a fight. It's not meant to be fat aggressive. And the elephant DNA, again, that was used for the intelligence, not the orangutan DNA. Its strategy and teamwork, if this is indeed a hybrid war, is going to be the most efficient part. So, my hybrid would actually be friends with Samson Venemini, for the most part. And plus, a dead Indom, while the Samson might not be interested, at least give partially a feast for my creature with no penalty. Just maybe not when they're looking. Anyways, again, this is ignoring the flying. This is just if it was purely a ground-to-ground home-based combat. And plus, again, my hybrid has electrocuted, so as long as they don't touch him, my creature, on land anyways, it's gonna be fun. But how about Goji Sentinel's OG hybrid? By OG, I mean actually the first hybrid they made on that's Jurassic Park Dinosaur. Ultima and Paratrix. Ironically, a dinosaur with even less genomes. And probably so far he looks like to have the best congruent of the bunch. Ironically, in my opinion, for the interaction between Iraqlocalis Rex and Ultima and Paratrix, I actually believe a similar scenario would actually be the case. That being that the two hybrids would probably not fight as often. It possibly could also be friends as well. Again, the Mockingbird DNA helps, but the Triceratops and T-Rex genes I included in? Yeah. That is actually going to be helping my hybrid a lot more than expected, because this will probably at least identify, because Ultima Paratrix might identify the head as a double Ultima Paratrix. Most likely. So my hybrid could actually get away with pretend to be another one of its kind. For the most part. Right? And even if it did notice it was a different creature, my hybrid's main focus is to display to not be a threat, or at least look more timid with its wings, if absolutely needed. And because Ultima Paratrix is also mostly herbivorous, it is slightly carnivorous, but more on the herbivorous side, it's probably not going to be looking for a fight. Now I will at least say this: if Ultima Paratrix does get the one start and stat, Localis Rex, then yeah, it is game over. But this would only be if the hybrid was unchecked and doesn't know its surroundings. But again, I put echolocation DNA with along you with that. it probably would avoid getting pierced by an angry Ultimate Bellatrix charge. Which, since it only goes like, since Goji's mentioned themselves, it's only going to be one up to 9 miles per hour. He is a big boy, but it probably would be enough to avoid, or to charge like that, even if it was only ground exclusive. So I'm not saying my hybrid is meant to be super fast, but it probably would most likely at least outrun Ultimate Bellatrix if it was in a part where it has to run for its life, if communication and convincing them not to be considered a threat can't be an option. Escape could just be as important, even if terrestrial, just to play along with the game. But alright, this is the part of the video where I finally finished addressing my initial queries. The Localis Rex. Or the Erect. Localis Rex, if you want to be more precise. Again, and the nickname is pendant. I will give it a nickname. I just want to make it seem. I just want to make it sound a little cool. And I didn't properly give the animal its genome percentage the same way as Ultimate Bellatrix, so there might be some slight modifications. I was just showing off the idea in concept. It's far from perfect. There's definitely stuff I can work on, which at least is a benefit for me. I at least showed what the creature's concept and the plans for the hybrid. Execution may not be one-to-one unto what I could get, but this is what I'm sort of banking on. But let's talk about that new creation that Dangerville made.
I challenge Koji Center. You cannot defeat me.
You shall revel in nothing but destruction. Shadow could have been a true beast, and now you shall die!
Huh?
Yes. Primatus Rex. They'll just be considered a kaiju instead of or a monster of an or animal. I mean, okay, if you want, so Indominus Rex Supernova monster. Okay, good still that. But before Goji-san decides to just throw in Bill Hatch into the ring, I'm going to. I might as well take this opportunity first to challenge Dangerville's creation with a new creation exclusively to fight. It's a Primatus Rex. It's definitely going to be a monster for sub, and this will probably be more of a bigger deal than Goji-san was supposed to be. Okay, to be fair, most of you guys are going to say Goji-san was a bigger deal anyways, but like, bear with me. Let me have this moment. So, if Dangerville, if he's watching this video, if you thought throwing in your kaiju was a fun idea, well, how about I simply say hello to the Bio Lizard. Okay, no, not that Bio Lizard. So from Sonic Adventure 2. But you got the right idea. Wink, wink. Yeah, that's right, baby. We are going to be making the Bio Lizard 2.0. Because I personally think this would be more funnier than just saying, oh, just make another kaiju. Nah, that wouldn't be interesting. Because you'd simply... Because if you want to go in the monster and monster unrealistic approach, they would just slap on Gojira DNA and call it a day. Now, I want to give myself a challenge. And also the fact that, yes, this grace in you is not meant to be realistic. In any sense, I can stay on like E-Rex, which is an attempt to be realistic as possible. So please respect the fact that this is just a Primatus. This Rex challenge, not an Indominus Rex 2.0 challenge or any other crazy note. Please at least respect this note as I finally get to this bio to the focus and its gene. Of course, just like the original biology, we have to use the Salamander as the base. But we are definitely going to be taking some notes that this is going to be on the hybrid show. So, modifying the Salamander is going to be fair game. We're actually going to start off by using the sperm rail instead of the blue rail because sperm rails have teeth and also are likely decently aggressive but not too over. But this would be primarily for the increased organ growth. If the biological flaw was the lack of its organs growing, the sperm rail DNA will probably help the just organ growth and make it a lot more efficient. But I need an extra backup for that regeneration. So we'll throw in the axolotl DNA. This will make it a slightly more efficient Srimmel, but also allow its organs to regrow if they still somehow fail. The focus for this 2.0 is to not have the creature rely on life support and fail again. So, if anything, if the sperm rail might not be enough, the axolotl will at least be a last resort on the team. But, alright, we have at least a decently regenerative large organs to make the biolizard 2.0 more efficient. Kaiju, or monster if you want to simply call it by sort of crypto. But we could at least improve it a bit more. How about we include the Iguanodon? But no, it's not for those spiked thumbs. It's actually for the creature's posture. This will at least make the creature focus on being a quadruped, but it would at least allow the creature to be biped. Yes, I know, Sonic Adventure 2 cutscenes also require reeling up on hind legs, but you see, those are not hind legs. They look more like flaps. Probably due to its unstable nature. But we do need to do some extra stuff before we can say it's a monster. We are going to be using the American algae for the jaw strength of this creature, and maybe a little bit from tooths, from Mason as well, but primarily for jaw strength. So it may be no Tyrannosaurus Rex. But this could at least make my creature a decently solid aquatic ambush schedule, similar to what the Mosasaurus does to the original Indominus Rex. And for eyesight, we'll be using the Albertosaurus, a small relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but still just as important, since eyesight without just using the same animal. Listen, I want to at least have fun with this grace and not just merely go, hey, I just throw in T-Rex just because why not? No, we're going to be using its relatives instead. And besides, this Biologist 2.0 is a monster, not a living animal. Or, well, is using living animals. But this can't be the Biologist without the Chaos. Right, isn't it? Yeah, this is where the fun begins. And before Dangerville you complain, you gave your hybrid psychic abilities.
Psychic attack!
I can throw in whatever I want onto this crazy. This creature is not meant to fight the Indominus Rex Superno because, well, it's meant to fight your creation before Goji's will face a challenge. Hunt it yourself. With the Chaos, as this will of course give the Biolus the same Chaos abilities as well. Salve Hedgehog and the Biolus itself. Of course, I could just simply just say, yes, use Chaos Control. Or just do an Uno reverse, right, with a followed up Chaos Blast. But before we immediately say, hey, that just does it will be at least balanced by making it be that I'm not just gonna summon the Chaos Primes immediately to the same way the original was it. But instead, it will be gradually given to the creature over time in a more natural sense. We will get to this by giving the backstory of the source for this creature. Also, because we're going to be breaking the rules, at least for this creation, since I'm not making this a realistic animal, I'm making it a monster with a Primatus Rex, he will get a defense mechanism on his back that will look like the life support rig that the original Bible has. But this is actually a defense mechanism, but also the inhibitor rings. Yeah. You know how Salve Hedgehog has those inhibitor rings? Yeah, how about we make the life support back look like the inhibitor rings instead? And you know those cords at the bottom that's attached to its face? Those are the inhibitor cords that can retract or attach itself anytime it wants to. Of course, just like Salve Hedgehog, if he does move the inhibitor cords, he is stronger and is a lot more devastating, but would drain stamina very fast. But it can reattach. That's by a simple command to avoid suffering as a horrible fate. But, what about that psychic movie? Well, in case that the Primatus Rex is indeed a kaiju and not the I have also given the creature a metal plate protecting its head. Because metal can counter the wavelength of, well, many waves. It could be microwaves to gamma waves, so yeah, the funny psychic attack of the Primatus Rex will do nothing if it has the metal. And also, because I might as well go a little overboard, it's not a defense system without some literal cannons attached to the sides. 2 at least. And with that, that's my creation finished. It's not just a big Biolizard 2.0 anymore. As you can please welcome Fog the Salamander. Hey, I can throw in the Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, can make it fun too. With these weapons, even if the Primatus Rex would consider this looking like the same as the support, destroying it would actually be its downfall. As it will actually just make the creature more powerful, and while it probably would somewhat drain its long term, Fog would probably likely finish Primatus Rex before it's too late. If its ability of Chaos Control or Chaos Blast would be not enough to stop it, it would probably be a good bite on the neck. No, seriously, if it won, and like the Biolus could also jump really high. And that's just the original Biolus. This guy could probably do Gojira drop kick if it wanted to, if I wanted to be funny. And there you go. Yeah, I know, this video is a lot longer than initially hoped. or assumed. But there it is, Fog of the Salamander, the Biolizzo 2.0 I made to counsel the Primatus threat. Exclamation. This channel. Yusuf compared to the other challenges, not just challenge Goji Center off the bat. Anyways, Danger was probably going to be ignoring Fog the Salamander since that's not going to be his focus. It's Indominus 2.0 or whatever its official nickname will be. Also, yes, I know Goji Center has support rounds on the Interruptor 2.0, but I also have something planned for that creature, but it's for another day, for another time. But anyways, this is me, Joe, signing out. And if you want to, you can press the like and subscribe button if you like this content of videos. And if you want to see that next hybrid creature in the future. Anyways, it's time for me to say my piece. See you later. Also, if you really want to say it, you could actually also say that because this hybrid's a Sonic Skeletal, you could say, I have created a Sonic LC that could defeat the Primatus Rex. And now, I'll just simply call it another monster. Still, but if you want to say it, you could say, yes, I made a Sonic LC hybrid that was meant to challenge the Indominus Rex 2.0. Oh. I'm kidding. He's not... Fog the Salamander is not after you, Goji Sentinel. That's not his purpose. He's against Dangerville's creature, not yours. You're safe. But it also doesn't mean that Fog can talk.
So I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's up. That's right. He took and he said this big. And I said that's disgusting. So I'm making a call out post on my twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you got
no dick, no balls, and probably no butthole since this guy feeds on radiation.
And guess what? Got a small
Psychic attack!
It's the size of this walnut, except way smaller. Small. And guess what? Here's what my
psychic attack
looks like. You shall revel in nothing but destruction. Shadow could have been a true beast, and now you shall die! That's right, this is what you get! My super laser